Hello everyone, welcome to Startup Radio. This is Dhruv.
Today, we have with us Rahul Singh, the founder and CEO of Ithaka. Rahul, thank you very much for joining us today. Please share with our listeners how do you define Ithaka?
Hey Dhruv, thank you for having me on the show. Ithaka is a social travel platform. I'll explain what that means. We strongly believe that the best way to plan your trips is by talking to someone who has already done that experience. Ultimately, travel is all about human connection. So, what we have built is a community of passionate pro travelers who help each other plan trips. So, right from discovering places that you could go to, things that you could do, to getting help in deciding which one to choose, right to the end of how to book, where to book, how to go about. All of that is done on Ithaka.
And what are the specific services that Ithaka offers to its customers or say travelers?
Over the last few years, Ithaka was a platform to plan your international trips. Simply put, let's say you're planning a trip to Europe. On the Ithaka app, you would meet someone who has already been to Europe, and they'll help you put the entire itinerary together. And then you can go about booking things with us, or we'll tell you where's the best place to book it from. Going forward, we are evolving Ithaka into the world's first social platform for travel. We're building the community with amazing travelers from around the world, so that no matter where you are going and what trip you are planning, you will get some help. And this will be the platform where essentially becomes the base for all your travels, right? You'll keep a record of your past trips, you'll plan your future trips. You can get your friends on the same platform, and it will be powered by amazing tools. So very simply put, let's say if you're planning a trip to northeast, and you have a few destinations in mind, it can get automated and your route can be perfected. Plus, you can consume content created by other travelers to that same region, which will help you decide your own trip. Something like this has never been done yet, and it will be powered by integrations with the top booking platforms like Booking.com, Make My Trip, and anything that you can think of to help you book things as well. So it will become a really niche and exclusive product for people to fulfill their travel needs on.
A niche product to fulfill one's travel needs. Actually, my next question is how do you define this niche? What is it that differentiates Ithaka from others?
This is a very interesting question. So the name Ithaka comes from a Greek poem by the same name, and the essence of that poem is that it's the journey that's more important, not the destination. It's been very interesting so far. We have pivoted a couple of times. We have grown massively. We have helped over 100,000 people travel from India. We have raised about $1 million in funding from great investors like Thomas Cook India. So we are about halfway there. We feel we have gathered a bunch of insights and we have run few experiments on travel. And now we have a very clear picture of what we have to build. So for the next couple of years, we're looking to scale it really fast, get to 1 million users, and build out the vision that we want to. And the vision, simply put, is that we want to help people travel around the world the way they want it, and not driven by some company telling them how to go about it. And the mission is, we strongly believe that travel has the power to heal the world. You see all these problems happening in the world, and we think that if people just traveled a lot more, they would have a lot more perspective. Their minds would be much more open. They would connect a lot with people from other countries, other races, other religions, other nationalities, and the world will become a better place.
That's really a unique vision and differentiator. My next question, Rahul, is about your future plans. Current pandemic has been disastrous for the entire travel and hospitality industry. And in this context, and also in the context of the vision that you have for Ithaka, what are your future plans and how you are looking forward to transforming your business model given the current context?
Well, Thanks to the COVID outbreak, all our plans sort of got completely destroyed. So we're sort of having to start from scratch again, and that's the reality of the world and the industry right now. But we have very strong faith in the consumer behavior. We believe that travel has become an innate need for people. It's not just an activity that people used to do before. And we believe that the industry will recover very strongly, and travel will be back. In terms of our specific business plans, we are focusing on growing our community. So it's a small community right now. We hope to grow it to about 100,000 by next year. And we are building the social platform out. We're taking a product only approach. So think of a platform where you can collaborate with your friends on your trips, save all the places that you like, plan out your itinerary, interact with other people who have been there, and book things from top brands. Um, that's the approach that we are taking. It's targeted towards people who don't like going with packages, but like to plan their own trips, which we believe is the growth area of travel. And it promises to be the first proper social platform for travel in the world.
Becoming a pioneer social platform for travel. That's a really amazing ambition, Rahul, and we wish you all the very best. My last question to you is what message or a learning that you would like to share with our fellow entrepreneurs and listeners?
I don't think I can answer this in 2 minutes. But if there was one advice I wanted to give someone who is thinking of doing a startup, the advice would be don't do it. It's a very rewarding experience to run a company, but I think people underestimate when they hear things like, oh, it's going to be hard, and it's going to be rough, and there were ups and downs. You cannot even imagine how bad things can get. There's a word fubar, you should look that up. Uh, but but the only thing that can get you through it is your reason for starting up. And one advice I give to all founders is you need to decide what kind of company are you building. Are you building a company to become a unicorn, or are you trying to build a lifestyle business which will become profitable and grow slowly? And also why you are building it. Is it driven by a genuine passion to solve a problem, or are you looking at an opportunity and jumping at it? So whatever you do, make sure that you and your co-founders are very, very clear on these two questions, because without it you will not be able to survive the pain that startups give. And the second thing is, strongly advise to talk to senior founders and ask them about the mistakes they made in context of your own journey. I wish I had done that, and we made some terrible mistakes. Whatever you do, don't compromise on your team. I know a lot of people say it, but it's very easy to do the compromise because it's supremely hard to hire the right talent. So yeah, keep your don't start up. If you are starting up, make sure you have your priorities sorted, and hire well.
Don't underestimate your challenges. Be prepared to face a fubar and hire well. These are the lessons we have from Rahul Singh, and we wish him and Ithaka all the very best in its journey.
Thank you for joining us on Startup Radio. If you are building something interesting, please write to me on dhruv@kdventures.in. Keep listening to our episodes. Stay tuned.